Oh, hey guys, welcome back. So, if you guys watched the last video that we did on the VRS, told you we was going to go ahead and get it put on the truck, and I was going to bring you along for the first fire up. So here we are. I'm going to show you a couple things, and then we're going to get right into getting this sucker running. Snug down our hold down bolts. And I'm going to go over a couple things with you that I did a little bit different with this carburetor over the Demon. As you can see, I'm losing parts. Hang on. Just call me Butterfingers today. Everything pretty much lines right up. You know, I do have an adjustable throttle linkage here. This is an aftermarket for the big Block Mopar. I actually got this from Hughes Engines years ago. But either way, I didn't have to. I tweaked it just a little bit to, you know, to get the throttle back the way I wanted it to. But other than that, it lines right up like it should. Our Mopar throttle pin bolted right in place just like I had it on the Demon. Everything lines up good. Now, one thing I do like about the VRS was before, if you look, when I had it on the Demon, I had my throttle return springs actually hooked right on there. Now, on this Edelbrock, they've actually provided us with some holes in the linkage body there to attach our throttle return spring to, which I think is a nice little addition. You know, options are always nice. There's nothing wrong with the way I had it before, but this way I don't have to have it right here with the throttle cable. We can just attach it to the carburetor, and you know, even if, you know, something happened with that throttle cable, I still have my throttle return springs in place. And when you're drag racing, or even, you know, even street driving with something that's got the amount of horsepower this does, you definitely want to have good control over your throttle. So that's a nice little addition. I'm going to take you off the tripod here and show you a couple other little things that I changed. If you see here, if you remember the videos past on this truck, this, you know, this is my fuel line setup that I already had. It actually, everything worked out because I have that braided line with a little bit of length difference between your fuel, you know, your fuel inlets. There was just no problem at all with it. Now my Demon, I had the other piece, the other billet piece that went into the fuel bowl and had the female -6 down here, where the VRS has both of the -6 fittings that come with the carburetor already pre-installed, and they can be changed. I'm sure there's plenty of aftermarket stuff out there, but it was just easy enough to get another one of these short -6 female couplers, put it on my T, and everything worked out fine. Cost me a whopping, I think it was 10 bucks for that fitting. No big deal whatsoever. VRS gives us plenty of vacuum ports if we use any of that stuff. Matter of fact, I do run a PCV valve on this engine, and here's the line for that, and it exits right out the back of the carburetor just like the Demon did. Something this carburetor has the Demon didn't have is an additional 3/8 inch vacuum port front. So that's kind of nice, you know, for guys running power brakes. If you don't want to run a T, if you want a separate line for your PCV and your power brakes, or don't have a port in a manifold or any of that stuff, it has that option for you. So from what I'm seeing here, we're ready to fire up. I'm gonna get a bottle of fuel so I can fill the bowls, and I will be right back, and we'll get this thing running. All right, got us some fuel. Bet you there ain't enough in this bottle to fill both these bowls. that's all right. She'll start on the primaries. The fuel pump will take over and fill it up pretty quick. Well, that bowl's full. I heard it dribbling in. The thing I like about this carburetor, it's got a sight glass in both sides. I'm just dumping fuel right down its throat. Now it's going to be flooded. Oh well. Getting ahead of myself. Now mind you, I have not touched one screw, one setting, one nothing. This is right out of the box. Fire in a hole. Idle's a little slow, but it's idling. And it's cold. Looks like our float levels are a little bit high, but we'll adjust that. Still not mixture, that's just idle air we're adjusting right there. you bike. Not too shabby for right out of the box. Guys, I'm gonna have a cold beer now. I'm gonna let this thing warm up and do a little bit of tuning on it if we need to. We'll see what happens once it's warm. But we'll see you in the next one, and we'll go for a ride.